Now, keeping fit can be quite a fun task. It doesn't have to be horrible and involve running around for hours on end. Whether you're into squash, walking, swimming, there really are so many different sports and activities to be involved with. Have you ever, though, considered karate? Well, whether you're 5 or 75, karate really does seem to appeal to just about everyone. Simon Coope from Leicester Karate joins us now, and we've just made a connection, actually, because you used to teach my son karate some years ago.
Yes, I did. It's quite a shock to see you.
Not to keep this from people, obviously, but look, karate with children is still really popular, but karate as a way of keeping fit is struggling a bit at the moment, isn't it?
Yes, we're struggling with the teenage and above the middle-aged market at the moment. I think it's not trendy at the moment. But it's been around for 600 years, karate has, and it's one of those things where it tends to be a bit cyclical. So mixed martial arts is the trendy thing at the moment. A few years ago it was Krav Maga, a few years before that it was Kung Fu with Bruce Lee, but karate is still there. And it's still an immensely popular sport in the UK. And
your club are turning out, nationally important practitioners.
Yes, we've got 3 people in the Olympic recognised England team. So my son David has fought for England. Last year we were really lucky. We had a chap called Will Tatham from Colville who got to the European Games, and he competed really well in Cyprus. And then we've also got England's and Britain's only disabled competitor in Russell Dowler, who's a Down syndrome lad. He went to the World Championships in Paris a few years ago, and in front of 17,500 people at Bercy Stadium, he did his kata and was absolutely fantastic. So, we've had a lot of international success, so it's great.
And katas are the sort of the way you plan for a fight, aren't they? So there's sort of a series of moves that you have to do, and it's very formulaic from that perspective.
It is, yeah. Kata is like Tai Chi. So for those of your listeners who've seen people do Tai Chi, that's a kata. With karate, it tends to be more dynamic, and they tend to be shorter. And it's we can do it in competitions, but it's great for all the health benefits that Tai Chi brings as well.
Well, I was going to say that's where the health benefit comes. It comes in being kicked in the head or whatever you do. I mean, that's a different thing, and that's where you're fighting at a very high level, of course. But performing those katas is tremendously good whether you're 5, and I think you probably have 5, 6, 7-year-olds in the club. I know that you've had a 65-year-old lady get her black belt, and that's about mobility, movement. It's great cardiovascularly. Anybody that's done I tried Tai Chi just as an experiment with a friend of mine who's quite experienced at it, because I was being rude and saying, well, that's not a sport, for heaven's sake, you don't even break out in a sweat. 2 minutes in, I was exhausted. It's astonishing how hard it is.
Yeah, and karate is like that. That karate, you have all the really areas of sport that you want. So you've got very, very aerobic with the fighting. You've got muscle control, you've got balance with kata, and with your basics, again, you've got cardiovascular, and you've got balance skills, and just fine motor coordination. So it covers everything. The whole point of karate is it is a holistic martial art. So it covers all areas, because if we were weak in an area, then we would be vulnerable when we were fighting. So you have to cover everything within the sport, and it's great in that way for everybody, and it really is a sport for everybody. We have loads of children do it, obviously, and for them it's great. It improves IQ. It actually helps them.
How?
We don't really know. There've been a few studies. We know now that exercise really helps people's intelligence levels. And one of the things a lot of schools are doing now is introducing more exercise into the curriculum, because children who do more exercise actually get better exam results. But above that, we know that karate increases that even more. And some of the studies have shown an increase of 10 points on IQ, which is massive.
You wonder, don't you? Because, I remember when Kit was, and it is a few years since Kit was doing his, that I'd come and watch sometimes. You sit at the back of the class there and you watch, and you see some right little ragamuffins who, probably in class are a nightmare. That you put them in the karate gear, and they've got their little belt on. Maybe they've done whatever the first, I can't remember what the first colour is now, but you hold them. I don't know whether it's just you as a teacher, but I think it's partly that and partly karate requires them to listen, to be disciplined, you know, and that's got to be going. It's got to be good, hasn't it? How you manage to do that at the end of a school day has always been beyond me.
After school clubs are always difficult because the teachers have sat on them all day long, and then they come into the class and they just want to scream and shout and, you know, be very, very enthusiastic. So discipline in after school clubs is not the best. However, it does seem to have an effect on overall their skills overall, and certainly we know that children who do karate do better at school. They get better exam results and go to better universities. There's good research that backs that up.
So, I mean, if people want to get involved with karate, where do they do it, though? Can they just go along to a leisure centre or something? Or
Leisure centres are good, although there is a difficulty now. A lot of leisure centres aren't allowing local clubs to advertise as they used to. So, checking
because they're pushing
website.
Bums and tums and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have a lot of leisure centres now want this corporate image, which is very sterile, nice white walls, and they're appealing to a market, the gym generation of people, and they're ignoring an awful lot of the people who, to be frank, the gym bores. You know, I find working in a gym exceptionally boring for me. I like a social event, and karate is very social. It's great because you can train with your children, you know, and you can do it as a family, so it can become part of your entire family life, you know, and going to the gym, you know, you're on your own and training on your own, and to me...
I mean, it's horses for courses, isn't it? But if you fancy something a bit more social, then maybe karate's for you. You've got a website, I think, haven't you?
We have, yeah. The website is leicesterkarate.net. If you're looking for a karate club, then the England Karate Federation on a website, and on there's quite a few local karate clubs as well that are very, very good. And I'm just trying to think now, is it Web Mums? No.
Well, I can't remember.
Yes, one of those has a website as well that you can go on as well. So,
Simon, it's great. Good luck with the future. And if anything comes up again, we'd love to have you on. But in the meantime, thanks for coming in and joining us.
Not a problem. It's been a real pleasure.
There are Simon Coope from Leicester Karate joining us here on BBC Radio Leicester. It's 12:15.